you move to LA?
Oh, for the kids.
What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
I mean, I make love a lot.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Happy birthday to me.
You need locks on the doors?
Sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Golden Topics with Zay, and you're watching today's latest episode. So let's go check it out.
Justin Bieber has been seen for the first time since P. Diddy's arrest. Apparently so disturbed by what's come out that he's unwilling to talk about it and he's just focusing on being a dad. This is their full relationship explained. When Justin started off his career, he cited P. Diddy as one of his biggest influences. When he was 15, P. Diddy and Justin bonded after being connected through Justin's mentor, Usher. And P. Diddy used to be Usher's mentor too. When Usher was 14, he was preparing his debut album but lost his voice and his label considered dropping him. Eventually, he was sent off to New York to live with P. Diddy. In 2009, when Justin was 15, he posted this video of him hanging out with P. Diddy for 48 hours on his YouTube. Diddy refused to say what they would be doing for these 48 hours but said it would be every 15-year-old's dream. He then carried on saying that he'd been given custody of Justin because he was signed to Usher. Diddy had legal guardianship of Usher when he was doing his first album. Later they do another video in a recording studio and Diddy asked Justin why they don't hang out as often. The next few years Justin was seen out partying with Diddy fairly frequently. When they were out partying, Justin would often take his top off and be wearing sunglasses. A bit of digging here and whatever he's drinking in that bottle is not water. By the looks of it, Diddy had stupidly done some advertising for this aqua. Whatever is in Justin's bottle is definitely not water. And the colour of it is very similar to what Diddy is drinking. Plus his friends and Cassie, who was also at the same party. Eventually he was seen out looking in quite a state with other celebs like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Also, in this photo where he's praying with Kanye and Diddy before going on stage, he's wearing a t-shirt of Tupac. And Diddy has now been accused in court of paying $1 million for Tupac to be murdered. A clip of Khloe Kardashian talking on Keeping Up with the Kardashians has also resurfaced. From 2014, and she talks about partying with Diddy and Justin Bieber plus others. Says, well, at this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. In 2015, after Justin officially turns 21, they release a video of P. Diddy giving him his first ever shot. Clarifying many times that it was his first ever shot. A year later, there's also a video of Diddy at Justin's 22nd birthday where Justin also looks very unaware of his surroundings. Then again, a year later, Justin ends up cancelling a lot of his tour dates because of his physical and mental health. He pictured out a number of times having mental breakdowns and admitted that there were times where he was really suicidal. As in the same interview in 2020, he said that he wanted to protect Billie Eilish from the music industry, saying that he didn't want her to go through what he had gone through and he wouldn't wish that on anybody. A year after that interview, a video was released where you can see P. Diddy patting down Justin Bieber. A lot of people seem to think that P. Diddy is asking him whether he's wearing a wire. Justin then shakes his head and then P. Diddy literally pats him down. In September 2023, so just 1 year ago, Justin actually featured on P. Diddy's album and posted this Instagram story about how much he enjoyed it and ended it with "Love you, Diddy." Then this September, P. Diddy has now been arrested and charged. If you're unsure why, I will be posting a video on this next. According to the papers, Justin seriously regrets his collaboration with Diddy and knew nothing about it. And that he had a long break from Diddy where he reckons most of this took place.
This whole Justin Bieber situation has me so messed up for the simple fact that yes, he was telling us through his music, but he was also showing us. I remember in 9th or 10th grade, for a month straight, It was when he just turned 18. He caught a DUI within the span of a month. He caught a DUI. He was kicking people, like physically assaulting people, kicking. And he got banned from a country because he was walking all over their flag and they were like, that's very disrespectful. We don't want you here. Because he didn't know how else to cope. And then his once very stable relationship with Selena Gomez broke apart. And that was around the time that they were together one day, not together the next day, seen outside, but they weren't together. They were just friends. Because he didn't know how else to cope with the abuse. And I remember newscasters saying like, oh, this is what happens when you give kids money. They feel like they're above the law. Where were his parents, though? Giving him to strangers. I'm confused.
So I've been commenting this on people's videos when they're talking about Justin Bieber, because they're like, what does Justin Bieber have to do with this? And I've been telling y'all, Justin Bieber, like 5 or 6 years, it was 5 years ago, Justin Bieber, he put out the song Yummy, but before he put that song out, he was on Twitter one night saying that the music industry is controlled by the worst kinds of people and that they try to make him have relations with a minor. I remember this because I was on Twitter that night and I was like, what? Because he was having like a full meltdown. And I always say nobody ever believes me because like that whole interaction got scrubbed from the internet. Like I can't find any remnants of those tweets. But I just thought to look it up on Reddit because, you know, Reddit has fucking everything. I just found somebody who had made a Reddit thread about it, and that is related to the whole Pizzagate thing and all this other stuff. And then that one lady's on here exposing her dad for that Pizzagate shit. And I literally can't find any other posts about it. It's just this one post on Reddit, and it says exactly what I've been saying for the last 5 years. Like, Justin Bieber got on Twitter and had a full, it was after he was at a Bible study, and it was after his Bible study, and he started just tweeting all this stuff about how the music industry is evil and how they try to make him do things. I'm telling you, like, y'all gotta leave Justin Bieber alone. That he done been through some shit, child. I'm watching this video, and it's an article that says, L.A. Reid says Justin Bieber was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful. You freaky bitch. See, this is clips of him at the church. This is the same night that he had went on that Twitter rant. Oh my God, that was in like 2018, I think. Because I was about to go into esthetician school. So yeah, it was around 2018. I wish I could find fucking screenshots of them tweets. Like, I did screenshot them, but it was on my old phone.
So with all of this Diddy stuff happening, I've heard a lot of people talking about the Yummy music video by Justin Bieber. I had never really analyzed this video before, so I did it, and it's disturbing. So the music video starts with Justin Bieber arriving to this party full of the rich, full of elites. There's music playing and dinner being served. I also want you to take notice of this girl right here in the red. She does play a part later in the music video. Justin Bieber sits down at a table, and of course they all start eating. One thing I want you to notice though is this. Look at this sandwich. Just look at the placement of the bread. So this is a better picture of the bread. Why would his sandwich be placed like that? The bread is set up like a shield almost. If you take a closer look at the sandwich, there's actually a cherry there. So the bread is set up to protect the cherry. So Justin is eating and having a good time with them until the gross food starts coming out like this. That's when he stops eating, and if you pay attention, the sandwich on the table is now turned around and it looks like something else. Here's a better look of that sandwich. It looks like a face with a tongue sticking out, like a pickle, and also olives on the sandwich, and the cherry is black, which may indicate that it's rotten. So they continue to party, things start getting a little lit, the lights go off, the women start to come out, so the black lights start coming on. Something very, very interesting to me though, and something that caught my eye instantly is this. Here's a better picture, a screenshot. This is a white party. This is a P. Diddy white party. Shocked. So they're out here partying, living their best life, and then all of a sudden it ends. And you see Justin here. There's a few things I want to look at here. So this red outfit is the same outfit that the young girl playing an instrument in the beginning was wearing. insinuating that she is no longer wearing that outfit and not around right now. Just as a reminder, this is the girl from the beginning. That face is not the face of someone who is over 18 years old, okay? I also think it's interesting that she's a musician in this scenario. Another thing about this scene is that a lot of people are saying this server in the back is supposed to look like L.A. Reid. And then, of course, this at the end of the music video, the cleared plate with Justin's baby face on it. Yummy. No words. It's just so sad to me that he's been really screaming this for such a long time. Crazy. I feel so bad for him. I really do.
I was so surrounded, millions of people in the audience, but I still felt lonely. I still felt misunderstood. I still felt hurt. Maybe when I'm older, it'll all calm down, but it's killing me now. I actually teared up in that video when I was watching Jacob Tremblay, who's an incredible young actor, play me. I just had no idea what was to come. I had no idea that this life would take me by storm. I had no idea that I would just get sucked up by all of this stuff. And that's just so lonely. I'm so lonely. There was so many people who were just so mean. Random people saying like, you suck. You look like a girl. I would shake it off and act like it didn't bother me, but that stuff bothered me. And then it affected how I acted and how I treated people. And it's just this ongoing like cycle of like hurt people. I just was this young like kid. Lonely. Man, I think that there was times where I was really, really suicidal. Like really like, man, is this pain ever gonna go away? It was so consistent. The pain was so consistent. I was just suffering, right? So I'm just like, man, I would rather not feel this than feel this.
The fact that Diddy even had access to Justin Bieber when he was 14 for 48 hours unsupervised is fucking crazy. Some parents are so fucking desperate and thirsty for money or some type of celebrity, even if it's through their children. I mean, we see it every day on social media, right? What's that lady's name, Ren, where she's posting her daughter in all these sexually explicit like positions or in outfits that's odd or doing weird things that would attract a certain type of person. If my child ever wanted to go into the world of whether it's music or acting or whatever, at the end of the day, I would be a supportive parent. But baby, I'm everywhere my child is going, I'm going. There is no, if you're telling me as a parent, I cannot be there because whatever work you're doing with my child, there's nothing that you're doing with my child that I should not be able to be present for. And if there's some type of work that needs to be done where I can't be around, then my child, we don't need that type of work. Because if my baby's going, I'm going. A lot of these parents are really willing to do anything, and they're probably telling themselves that it's okay. And it's just like, it's just so unfortunate.
Well, according to some new reports, girl, Justin Bieber is allegedly breaking his silence regarding the Diddy alleged trauma. Okay, girl, so here it says that the last thing that Justin wants to do is relive or even discuss his complicated friendship with Diddy. But he's finally breaking his silence, a source says, to his friends about his nightmare experience and the private hell it's caused him. After which they moved on to how Justin has found new strength after the birth of his baby boy, Jack Blues Bieber. Let me tell you something, girl. There's been so much pressure put on Justin Bieber lately about, ooh, girl, you gotta talk, you gotta spill the tea, you gotta break your silence. If something happened, you gotta talk about it. But the thing that I think a lot of people are missing the point is, like, if he is an alleged victim, then you are trying to hurry his trauma. You're trying to hurry his healing. You're trying to hurry his speaking out. You can't do that, girl. If anything did happen, not saying it did, but if anything allegedly happened, you need to give him space and time to talk about it, because you just can't rush these type of things. But if this is true, then I'm grateful, you know, if this article is true, not saying it is, girl, allegedly, but if it is true, I am grateful that he is, you know, talking about it, because the first step into taking this, whenever you have trauma placed on you, the best thing you can do is, of course, talk about it, because you'll feel lighter, and understanding as time goes that this was not your fault, and that the person that caused this trauma deserves to pay, and you deserve justice. So if this article is true, and he's allegedly speaking to his friends and, everyone close to him, then that makes me really happy. But if it's not true and you guys are trying to push him to speak on something that allegedly never happened, then girl, we're a mess. That's all I gotta say. But you know, hopefully, God forbid anything did happen. But you know what? After that Cassie video with Diddy, you just never know.
People unearthing videos of Justin Bieber at Diddy parties. Now, Justin Bieber was obviously extremely young when he entered the industry, extremely innocent when he entered the industry, an industry that he did not quite understand as a boy who just knew how to sing and play the guitar and just did both of those things on YouTube. And then he was scooped up and suddenly he was a part of people like Diddy going after him and saying, hey man, why don't you pick up my phone calls? There's actually a video of that. Diddy and Justin Bieber looks to be like 15 years old and said, why aren't you picking up my phone calls? And he's like, oh, I know you were trying to contact me through people and I don't have your number. And the next thing we know, Justin is at Diddy's parties. And in this one video, it looks like whatever Justin is doing, and I'm not going to show it out of just respect for the fact that I truly believe that Justin Bieber is a victim. But whatever he is doing in this video with Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr. looks highly suspicious. I can show you a still from that video because I think the relevant part is Justin Bieber is not sober. He under the influence at this party. And if you remember that lawsuit that the producer Rodney dropped against Diddy, he said that unbeknownst to all of these people, they were being drugged at Diddy's parties, that they were pouring out the liquor bottles and replacing it with other drugs. He kept speaking about this pink drug, this mix, this cocktail of cocaine and MDMA, and that people that think they're just drinking vodka or just drinking water are actually all being drugged. And then once they're drugged, they do very vulnerable things. It has long been suspected that the person that people are now putting the dots together in Kim Porter's allegations that Diddy had under his thumb was Justin Bieber, and that he may have done some inappropriate things with him. And what I will say is that this very much fits the narrative. You know, we saw tons of videos of Justin Bieber. When he got together with Hailey, he was crying a lot outside of churches. He was finding his way back to God, but he was having a lot of emotional breakdowns. And what I sensed from those public emotional breakdowns, and only public obviously because the press was following him, was that he was coming to terms with the fact that he had been engaged in darkness unwillingly. And Justin Bieber probably has a lot of shame about that. He probably feels shame first and foremost as a man, as a husband, and as someone who has successfully created a new life for himself with his wife, Hailey Bieber. And so what I want to say to Justin Bieber and to everybody that's following the situation is that Justin Bieber is a victim.
Ooh, child, that episode was something else. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.